My name's Taylor. Hello, dragons. I'm here to tell you about a colossal problem. A huge problem that no doubt affects every single person in this room, and I would wager has an impact on every single person outside of this room as well. This is what it looks like. 27 million tons of household waste produced in the UK every year. And how much of that gets recycled? Around about 44%. It's less than half. I don't know about you, but that's not good enough for me. So what's so hard about recycling? Why is it so difficult to do? Well, here are some of the reasons. How am I supposed to decipher what all of these silly symbols mean when I have no idea what any of them do? How does that make any sense to a normal consumer? So, any idea what that means? Anyone in the room, any idea what that means? It looks like it might be related to recycling, but actually, it has nothing to do with recycling. It means that someone who made that packaging has made a financial contribution towards the recovery of recycling packaging material. That is really confusing for consumers. So what can we do to try and help this issue? Our solution, Sorti. Sorti is a smartphone app that takes the hassle out of recycling. It uses your smartphone's camera to take a snapshot of an image and immediately give you a response as to whether or not the item is recyclable. If it is, can you recycle it at home or locally? If it's not recyclable, how can you dispose of that item in the most environmentally friendly way? This is what it looks like. It's as simple as snapping an image and waiting for a response, which takes a couple of seconds, all in real time. And this is the type of response you would get for this type of item. Some of the other possibilities, mixed materials, non-recyclables, unfortunately, and if we're not able to decipher it, we may be unsure. If it's partially recyclable, we go through the process of helping the user to understand the different components of an item so that they can maximize their recycling capabilities. We also offer alternative products. If, for example, the item is not recyclable, we can give you input as to how to make a better choice next time you're consuming that particular item. Additional features include a local recycling point map to help you find ways in which you can recycle particular items in your area, and of course, a decoder to help you make sense of some of those ridiculous symbols we saw earlier. To talk a little bit about market segments, so we would plan to launch Sorti in the App Store for the low, low price of 79 pence. This is our initial outreach into the market to allow us to build up that user base of dedicated eco-warriors, much like myself, of course, and allow us to reach those people who are most passionate about being environmentally conscious. This provides the stepping stone into our three key segments. The first being local authorities. Would you believe me if I told you a 2% increase in recycling rates in Norfolk alone would realize savings of £1.4 million? Plus, you can sell the stuff you're not throwing away in landfill for more cash. It's free money. That's what we're going to tap into. We see a percentage of savings achieved by local authorities using our app. The second is the realized value across businesses and corporates through both our promoted products feature, which you saw earlier, but also encouraging changes in employee behavior to help businesses meet their recycling goals. And finally, charitable organizations across the world using tech like ours to meet their goals for global initiatives such as the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Wrapped around all of this is our data. By putting this app out there, we're generating valuable data on our customer trends and not only their purchase history or purchasing habits, but also pinpointing the gaps in the existing infrastructure that's preventing people from recycling to the absolute maximum. This is our small solution to a colossal problem. This is recycling sorted. Thank you.
Fantastic pitch, worthy cause, great demo. One problem, I think, but why 79p for the app? Surely, with all those additional revenue streams, if you made it free, distributed, and promoted it, you'd get a massive market potential.
Absolutely. I'm obligated to say that's a great question. So we understand.
To go away.
We understand there are multiple ways in which this app can be valuable. The first is in our initial user base. And while we understand that getting people out there, getting the message out there, really, we need to establish a key user base of dedicated individuals who are going to use our app consistently to allow us to springboard into that next step. We first need to establish that funding to help us to develop the app and make it scalable to those additional segments that we've mentioned. The key reason to allow to make it a purchasable app is to give us that financial boost we would need to get to the next step.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.